The Cracked Bucket. A story that will change how you see your life. What if the thing you thought was your biggest failure was actually your greatest gift to the world? The story. You've worked hard, you've pushed through, you've checked the boxes, and yet standing in the middle of everything you've built, something still feels missing. If that's you right now, stay with me, because this story isn't just a story, it's a mirror. In a quiet village wrapped in green hills and clear rivers, there lived a young man named Daniel. Strong, brave, respected. Whenever something seemed impossible, Daniel was the first to step forward, never backing down, never breaking. From the outside, his life looked complete, but inside? A silence that screamed, an emptiness he couldn't name, like a book with a missing last chapter. No one saw it, only he could feel it. Desperate for answers, Daniel sought out a wise old man named Eli, a hermit who lived alone in a wooden hut near the forest. People whispered that Eli's words were like a mirror, that after speaking with him, people finally saw themselves clearly for the first time. Daniel walked to that hut one early morning, heart heavy. "Grandpa Eli," he said, voice cracking. "I work hard. I try to achieve everything. But no matter what I do, I don't feel satisfied. How do I find true happiness?" Eli studied him for a long, quiet moment. Then he pointed to an old wooden bucket in the corner, worn, weathered, and cracked all the way through. "Take this bucket," Eli said calmly. "Every day for 1 week, walk to the river, fill it with water, carry it back, and pour it into my well." Daniel stared at the cracked bucket. "This will leak everything." But he nodded and began. Every morning under a blazing sun, Daniel walked to the river, filled the bucket, and carried it back. And every morning, the water slowly bled through the cracks, drip by drip, until the bucket arrived at the well nearly empty. Day 1, day 3, day 6. Same walk, same leaking, same almost empty bucket. By the end of the week, Daniel felt like a failure. He trudged back to Eli's hut, bucket in hand, head low. "Grandpa, I failed. I couldn't fill the well. I'm sorry." But Eli didn't look disappointed. He smiled, warm and knowing, and said just 3 words. "Turn around, Daniel." Daniel turned and stopped breathing for a moment. The path he had walked every single day, the path that had always been dry, dusty and dead, was now lined with flowers. Green grass, wildflowers, life bursting along every inch of the road he had travelled. "How?" Daniel whispered. Eli's voice was gentle but certain. The water that fell through the cracks of the buckets gave life to the path. Every drop you thought was wasted. It was watering the earth beneath your feet. This is what life is like, Daniel. We all have cracks. We all have flaws. We all have places where things seem to leak away, dreams that didn't work out, efforts that didn't land, goals we couldn't quite reach. But those leaks, they are not failures. They are seeds. True happiness doesn't come from arriving at a destination. It comes from the beauty you leave behind on the way there. It's not the well that matters most. It's the flowers along the road. Something shifted in Daniel's chest in that moment. Not an answer, something better, a release. He realized, even on the days he felt like he wasn't enough, he was still creating something, still touching lives, still leaving footprints that mattered, even when he couldn't see them. He walked back to his village, not with all the answers, but with a lighter heart. The lesson. We spend so much of our lives staring at the well, frustrated that it isn't full yet. We forget to look back at the road we've walked. Your flaws are not your failures. Your cracks are not your curses. They are the very things through which life flows. into the world, into other people, into places you may never even see. So stop asking, why haven't I arrived yet? Start asking, what flowers am I growing along the way? Because the most beautiful gardens in this world were watered by cracked buckets, carried by people just like you. Save this, share it with someone who needs it today.